Siemano YouTube. Witam wszystkich. Siemano YouTube. Czekamy sobie na reveal wszystkich części Diablo. Mam nadzieję, że w końcu po patchu 2.4 coś fajnego do D2R dostaniemy. Jakieś tam przecieki niby są, że jakaś nowa zawartość ma być. Nie wiem, czy jakiś akt, czy... O, zobaczymy. Parę minut. 60 sekund i będziemy oglądać. Ciekawe, co tam wymyślą. No, zobaczymy. Dobra, zaraz ma się zacząć za 60 sekund. Ale ciekawe w ogóle jest to, że więcej osób czeka na Diablo 2 Resurrected niż na Diablo 4, nie? Sorry za mój głos, ale po prostu jestem lekko przeziębiony i jest lipa. I jest lipa. Słuchajcie. 30 anniversary. Dobra, już nie będziemy włazić. Czekamy sobie na spokojnie tutaj. No tego linka. Co byście chcieli nowego do Diablo 2 Resurrected? Ja bym chciał cokolwiek. Chciałbym, żeby nie zjebali gry, to na pewno. Chciałbym nową zawartość, przede wszystkim endgame, a nie tylko, że kampania i farmimy sobie Mephista. No i chciałbym... Ściszymy to trochę, albo wyłączymy na razie ten głos. Albo tak po cichu, czekajcie. Włączymy, nie wiem jak mnie teraz słychać. Nie zaburza ta muza. Włączymy, nie wiem jak mnie teraz słychać. Nie zaburza ta muza. Powinna być gitara. Powinna być gitara. No, to czekamy. 4 minutki. Ajajajajaj, słuchajcie, niesamowite. Niesamowite po prostu to jest. Ajajaj. Trzy i pół minuty. Jezu. Wyskoczę teraz z butów, nie? Kanał o tematyce PoE. Wiem, że niektórzy są może przyzwyczajeni, ale ja przed PoE 2 grałem w Diablo 2 Resurrected przez 5 lat. I grałem sobie w Diablo 2 zwykłą od 2001 roku, od czasów Lord of Destruction. No i w jedynkę jeszcze kiedyś, 30 lat temu to było dokładnie, jak tylko wyszła. Może z pół roku po premierze. Dwie minuty i 38 sekund, słuchajcie, niesamowite to jest w ogóle wszystko, co tu się dzieje. Hypik bym nawet powiedział, że większy niż... Hypik bym nawet powiedział, że większy niż Większy hypik niż przed PoE 2. Dwadzieścia 2 minuty. Sekundy, przepraszam. 22 minuty. Sekundy, przepraszam. Zwiększymy to.
Welcome to the Diablo Spotlight. This year, we'll be hitting an incredible milestone, 30 years of Diablo. Over 3 decades, we've experienced 5 different Diablo titles, each its own expression of sanctuary. We've embraced new evolutions in technology and the action RPG genre. Our latest installment, Diablo 4, recently revealed its next chapter, Lord of Hatred. The grand face-off with Mephisto is coming. Prepare for the reckoning, because this is a battle you do not want to miss. Diablo Immortal is also heating up. The first and last king brought us major updates to the storyline, the full release of the new Vaal Wilds, and new Heliquary bosses. The Immortal team will be joining us today to share more about what's coming up this year. Then there's Diablo 2. This game means so much to me. Diablo 2 Resurrected was the first game that I worked on right here at Blizzard. The original game is what got many of us into the ARPG space and still stands today as the pinnacle experience for those of us who love the genre. If you're here for Resurrected, hold on to your health potions, folks. Topping it all off, this is a BlizzCon year. Today's spotlight kicks off Diablo's road to BlizzCon 2026, and we're thrilled to have you with us. To start this 30th anniversary celebration, we have a very special, very dark surprise.
Diablo 4. Dla Diablosik 4 chyba w tym momencie.
How can knowledge be evil if it saves a soul? Should a king tell us how to fight? the church. They uphold the light while we die in the shadows.
Chyba zapowiedzą nową klasę.
I denounce the light. I now seek power in the primal, salvation in unholy scripture.
I am a heretic. I break the bones of the damned, build altars of blood, to call the darkness.
I have walked amongst demons, found strength,
No ciekawe, ciekawe, kurde.
kinship, and madness. Damn the light. I will suffer my own path. I will learn the foul ways of a forbidden tongue. To bind them as a tool of my vengeance. Brand us traitor, outlaw, warlock.
Let them hang us for what we've done.
But when darkness comes for us,
Jak zwykle te trailery Blizzarda są po prostu...
screaming back.
Zmiatają w ziemię, co? I resurrected.
I get chills every time I see that, and the team has been all in bringing this to life.
Absolutely. The amount of effort and passion poured into this update has been a true labor of love.
That takes me back to when you and I first started working together on Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I got to see firsthand how deeply you and the team care about this game and the community.
It's amazing to see how far we've come, and that this community is still here, still active, and still loving the game. With that, we're so excited to announce Reign of the Warlock, a brand new major update for Diablo 2 Resurrected. This is the first time in 25 years that Diablo 2 is receiving a new playable class. I've seen so many sunrises playing this game, beginning from when I was a teenager. I still haven't put this game down decades later. To bring the Warlock to life in Diablo 2 Resurrected and see it manifest across Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal is a massive dream come true. Being able to provide even more for the Diablo 2 community is very special to us.
Diablo 2 has an incredible legacy, and with Reign of the Warlock, Resurrected is stepping into its next era.
As the 8th class for Diablo 2, the Warlock is disciplined, ominous, and incredibly knowledgeable. For years, the Warlock lingered in the shadows, studying secrets no mortal should know. Now, they
Niesamowite.
abandon theory for practice,
Nowy
bringing their
dodatek.
dark craft to the battlefield.
Dajcie dodatek.
When it comes to gameplay, the Warlock dominates demons, binding them to his will.
Dodatek nowy do
consuming them
Diablo
like
2
suits
po 25 latach, ja
First.
pierdolę.
Summoning. Warlocks can summon 3 distinct demons: the Goatman, the Tainted, and the Defiler. Each is a different tool
Niesamowite.
in the Warlock's arsenal. But the summoning is just the beginning. The depth lies in his ability to bind or consume nearly any demon found in the game. Binding a demon allows the Warlock to benefit from the demon's unique abilities. You can only bind one demon at a time, but doing so strengthens both the demon and the Warlock. You can also make the choice to consume the demon, remove the demon from play, and literally absorb their essence. This grants the Warlock temporary buffs and traits that can vary between what demon you consume. No matter what demon you draw in,
No
you'll
kurde.
gain increased life and movement speed. Some may grant plus to all skills, some may even grant auras.
Ale to dziwnie wygląda, jakiś,
Just the beginning.
jakiś różowy.
Between summoning, binding, and consuming, we're talking hundreds of combinations. And the best
Jest
part is you
kurwa.
can mix and match. Bind a demon for its aura, then absorb another for its resistances, before summoning a third to fight by your side. It's a sandbox of dark magic. Outside of mastering demonology, the Warlock can also be a pure caster who channels chaotic magic, hellfire, and destruction.
We're thrilled to introduce a bold new way for players to embody the Warlock fantasy, an approach that blends dark mysticism with raw power. In close quarters combat, the Warlock manipulates weapons with his mind, levitating and hexing two-handed weapons with a flick of his wrist. Our Warlock class is a challenge,
jest,
a
kurwa?
puzzle, and a reward,
To jest.
all wrapped up in a brooding, scholarly package.
But Reign of the Warlock isn't just about the new class. The team has also been dropping evolutions in gameplay as well as some quality of life updates. Let's start with one of our favorite playgrounds, Terror Zones. In Reign of the Warlock, there's a new way to control the battle. You have the ability to earn consumables and choose which act becomes terrorized. While an act is terrorized, every zone within it becomes supercharged, offering an elevated difficulty and greater rewards. This puts you back in the driver's
So-
seat when reaching the highest levels of the
Okej.
game. And the consumables required to activate them are fully tradable with other players.
In Hell difficulty, you'll encounter something new, Heralds of Terror. These hunters stalk players like easy prey, and each one becomes exponentially more dangerous the next time it finds you in a game. Conquer a terrorized act boss, and you'll have a chance to uncover statues that reference something familiar, but in a new way. Combine all 5 statues in the Heraldric Cube to unlock a brand new pinnacle boss encounter against the Colossal Ancients.
Uuu.
Colossal Ancients are a big deal. These battles are tough and designed to push your skills and builds to the next level. We put you in control, letting you choose how and where you want to play, with a truly legendary goal to chase. Colossal Ancients are built as a next evolution of a feature that Diablo 2 players already love. They keep the spirit of the classic experience intact while layering in more control, more challenge, and more reward.
Reign of the Warlock also contains many quality of life features you've been asking for. Let's start with loot filters. These are built directly into the game. No external mods,
Jezu, w końcu.
no third-party tools. You can create your own, share them with friends, or grab community presets like Starter Warlock and plug them right in. It's simple, flexible, and totally community-driven.
Then there's advanced stash tabs. We've added more of them, and for the first time ever, items in your stash can be stacked.
Jezus Maria, w końcu.
You'll find dedicated tabs for materials, gems, and runes. It's cleaner.
Jezu, jak pięknie. Boże, w końcu po 25 latach. Ja
Players have been tracking their collections in spreadsheets and third-party websites for years. Now, we've brought that experience in-game. The Chronicle lets you track every item you've ever collected. Uniques, sets, rune words, all in a freshly designed UI that even tells you when and where you found it. Most importantly, you'll unlock rewards you can show off to your friends. We also wanted to honor the way people have played Diablo 2 for decades. Whether you prefer Diablo 2 Classic or want to keep playing Resurrected, you can. Reign of the Warlock lives in the same client, with your existing characters safely separated.
If you want to bring your character forward, you can transfer it. If you got a character in Classic, move it to Resurrected. If you've been grinding in Resurrected, carry it into Reign of the Warlock. You can't go backwards, but you can always go forward on your terms.
Reign of the Warlock wasn't built in a vacuum. Creators like Mr. Llama, Gymnasium, BT, and Kano have been deep in the dungeons with us, playtesting, theory crafting, and giving feedback on everything from class fantasy to stash flow. So if you've ever played Diablo 2, no matter when you first journeyed into Sanctuary, this is your moment. Come celebrate with us. Reign of the Warlock brings brand new ways to play for everyone, and we can't wait to see more sunrises with this community now and for the years to come. But we've been saving the best for last. Reign of the Warlock will be live today.
O kurwa. What the fuck?
This is all hell could marshal forth.
What the fuck?
These creatures of darkness shall
Jezusie słodki.
or perish.
O kurwa. Jezus Maria.
Dive into Diablo 2 Resurrected right now on battle.net, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch.
Nie
Plus,
wierzę
with
w
your
to.
purchase of Reign of the Warlock, unlock some exclusive cosmetics for Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft to show off your dark allegiance across realms. So get in the fight and stop bending demons to your will.
So there you have it. We've kicked off the 30th anniversary with a huge update to Diablo 2 Resurrected. But the celebration doesn't stop there. Starting today, you can enter our Voice the Warlock contest on Instagram. It'll be judged by the Warlock himself, Rahul Kohli. If you want to join, tag @PlayDiablo
Nie no
and
kurde,
add
słuchajcie, to
hashtag
jest
Voice the
zmiana.
Warlock for a chance for you and a friend to win a trip to London for Diablo's Infernal Symphony on June 6th, 2026. Official contest details are available on our blog. Next up for our 30th anniversary celebration, let's turn our attention to Diablo Immortal, a perfect bridge connecting the legendary tales of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3.
Diablo Immortal is 3 years into its legendary journey. It's been incredible to see millions of players carve their path through Sanctuary, and somehow, the demons still haven't learned their lesson.
Not for lack of trying on our end. You all have been relentless.
And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome.
Diablo Immortal was created to bring that classic Diablo dungeon delving, loot chasing magic to the small screen. And for many of us on the development team, it's a love letter to the moment we first stepped into Sanctuary.
I remember my first step vividly. My
Kurde,
brother was
ale
actually the one who
normalnie
introduced me to the game. He told me it's a really, really fun game, but it might just be a little too scary for 13-year-old me. I spent a couple of months sitting on the sidelines, watching my brother brave the horrors I couldn't face quite yet. Today, I am pleased to say I overcame my fear and fell in love with Sanctuary. And my brother, he now works in
nie
finance.
no kurde.
I am so proud to be part of the Immortal team.
Co tu się
which is
stało
why I'm
właśnie?
happy to
Nowy
kick off
dodatek
our
do Diablo
anniversary
2.
celebration by announcing the arrival of our very own Warlock.
Nie wierzę w to po prostu. Dobra, słuchajcie.
After the events of Diablo 2, the rediscovery of Vizjerai magic has spread. Our Warlock is even more
Ej, nie macie wrażenia w ogóle, że Diablo 2 Resurrected wygląda lepiej niż... Nie macie wrażenia, że Diablo 2 Resurrected wygląda lepiej niż Diablo 4? Nie mam... No ja ciągle jak oglądam te filmiki z gameplayu, to dla mnie Diablo 4 wygląda jak taka chujowa mobilka.
We built the Warlock for our players who love hovering on that very thin line between hero and villain. When it comes to power, the Warlock practices the ancient art of the Vizjerai, magic so dark it was buried beneath Sanctuary long ago. In Immortal, that legacy lives on. She can open portals to hell, summon demonic weapons from the Hellforged, and of course, command
Dobra,
demons.
po 2 latach
At
trzeba
the heart
zainstalować
of her
Battle.neta
arsenal
chyba, nie?
is the Soul Gorger, a beast powered by devouring other demons and absorbing their trades. We've designed a monstrous maw that stretches from its mouth all the way to its stomach, so when it consumes, it's a full body transformation. And her mastery of brutal powers doesn't just stop there. In her main hand, it's a demon head, not just a scalp, a literal freaking demon skull.
Ja
In her
pierdolę,
offhand,
co tu
a
się
sacrificial
stało?
blade. These unique weapons fuel multiple skills, spewing fire, slashing holes in reality, and summoning and chaining demons.
Alongside the Warlock, we're also releasing a dedicated origin quest, a little appetizer that explores her backstory. It's a journey into the shadows and a chance to understand what drives our new class. We'll have more updates as development continues.
Now let's talk about a Warlock-centric location.
O,
Loot
kurwa.
Golem is back and grimmer than ever before. We've honored the legacy of Diablo 2 Resurrected by preserving key landmarks, the gates, the central plaza, and the architecture that defined the city for a generation of players. But because this is Diablo, its beauty and history
dobra,
have
to
now been
ogólnie-
desecrated by a demonic occupation. We've also expanded and
Diablo
split the
Immortal to
city
w ogóle bez
into two
znaczenia,
districts.
Diablo 4 bez
The Common
znaczenia i
Ward
tak wszyscy będą grać w
and the
Diablo
High
2
Ward.
Resurrected,
The
kurwa.
Common Ward is chaos incarnate. Graffiti of blood, hanging bodies, and corruption seeping through the sewers. It's a bustling town where you meet a motley crew of artisans. Elzix, Farah, Drognin, Meshith, Atma, and many others.
By contrast, the High Ward is eerie in its elegance. The buildings are refined, but darkness has soaked into their stones. To move Loot Golane's architecture forward in time, we took inspiration from real-world Moroccan cities with vibrant patterns and rich textures in every corner. They create a stark contrast with the layers of violence and decay that define everything in Sanctuary. And beneath Loot Golane, in its dungeons, you'll find carvings of Vizjerai runes, remnants of the ancient summoners who practiced their dangerous arts here in secret.
The Warlock story is literally carved into the undercity of Loot Golane. The more you explore, the more you'll uncover the truth about a dangerous power
Kurde,
that's
ale
only as good as its wielder, a legacy of mastering dark forces and sometimes being mastered by them.
We're nearly ready to put the Warlock into your hands. The class is scheduled to arrive this June. In addition to the Warlock, we've got other world-shaping stories coming to Immortal this year, and they begin with our next big bad. We're witnessing the triumphant return of the Maiden of Anguish, the Demon Queen Andariel. In Immortal's story, Andariel is 10 steps ahead of us. She's conquered Loot Golane and sent her barges sweeping across Sanctuary, abducting people to drink in the anguish of an entire world. For what purpose? You'll have to play to find out. With Andariel, we're emphasizing the horror of fighting a being that wants you to drown in your own torment. Not just the scary things you see, but the ones you feel in your gut. Everywhere that Andariel touches becomes claustrophobic and harrowing.
To make Andariel's anguish-inducing design instantly recognizable, we've refreshed her classic look. She's domineering, equal parts regal, and sadistic. And she hasn't forgotten how things ended for her the last time she walked Sanctuary. Now, she's driven by nothing less than a desire for dark godhood, to stand supreme among her brothers with a new approach to the eternal conflict.
Our story in Immortal's 4th year sends familiar places and people into an era unlike anything Sanctuary has yet seen.
We've got a packed year ahead, and our roadmap deepens the world of Diablo Immortal even further. Beyond the Warlock and the expansion of Loot Golem, we'll be rolling out a new subzone each quarter, complete with wanted monsters and bounties. We're also adding a new Battleground event and continuing to improve the system, drawing upon your feedback. We'll be making updates to classic zone events, summoning new Helcori bosses, adding new ambient quests, and improving the PD timer for legendary gem drops. And we'll share more as we get closer.
No dobra, to chyba
We want story and gameplay to move
byłoby na
together,
tyle.
with each update pushing our boundaries and making
Dobra,
Sanctuary
YouTubki.
feel more alive.
Trzymajcie się, mam Edgar's Diablo 2 Resurrected i chyba starczy.
And whether you've been with us